Assalamualaikum. Myself Ripajan Leah. My ID is on 71351845. Today my presentation topic is a logic of authentication and we will use and secure RPC handshake protocol. So let's go. At first we will see the outline. We can see the outline. At first there is introduction, then there is formalism, and there is basic notation. At 4 there is description. 5 idealized protocol. In 6 there is goal, and after that in 7 there is the secure RPC handshake, that is the name of our protocol. And after that we will modify it, the RPC by band, and at 9 there is comparison, and at last there is conclusion. So at first we will go to introduction. So introduction there is what is authentication and why we need the use to authentication. So at first we will see a definition of authentication. So first, the definition of authentication. Authentication is a process that makes the request, does it on behalf of a user, subject or principal. And why we need authentication? We need authentication because the user who wants access in the system authentication first claim about an identity of the user and also verify it. So by this process, the system will be more secure and the unwanted user didn't get any access in the system. Now we will see the formalism of band logic. So at first there is some band logic, band basic notation. So we can see that here A, B and S denote a specific principle such as people, computer, service, and after that there is KAB, KAS and KBS that denotes a specific shared case. And after that there is also some points such as PQ and R range of a principle, such as NA, NB, NC denote a specific statement. So we all this presentation we will use in our system. So we'll see it in later. Now we'll see description about the basic notation. So in the previous slide we see that P, Q, S, all these denoted the principal. So here P believes X. So what does that mean? P believes X means P believes that X is true, or P would be entitled to believe X. Such as P control X. What does that mean? It means that P can take control over X. P is authority on X and trusted. So others will be also same. We can understand very easily by these slides. Here is more description. Now we will see idealized protocol. So what is idealized protocol? For that, at first we will take an example such as we consider principal P and principal Q. Here P send a message to principal Q. So what does that denote? We already completed that. Here principal P send message to principal Q and principal Q receive it. So there is some problem. So what's the wrong with it? There is some wrong such as often ambiguous, obscure in meaning, not appropriate for formal analysis. And there is two ways to fix it. So we can see that there is two ways to fix it. Now we'll see the goal of authentication. So if there is any system, so there is the goal of the system. So in authentication there is also some goal. We will see some of the goals. At first we will see a goal. Authentication is important. Why? Because it helps organization to keep the network secure by permitting only those users who are authenticated. So what does that mean? So authentication helps any system to access only those users who is authenticated. Others users that are not authenticated, they don't get any access in the system. So the system will be more secure, and by this the resource that can be networks, database, computers, websites such as will be secure. So that's the main goal of the authentication. Now we'll see the RPC handshake, that is our protocol. So at first we'll see the purpose of the RPC handshake, and after that we'll see how does that work. So the purpose of protocol of this protocol is to distribute a new session key between two principals named A and B. So we can understand that the goal of the RPC system is we have to create a new session key. And RPC in here A is client and B is server. So and the client and server share a secret key named KAB, and we use the A and B use the share key named KAB so that it can make a new session key named K prime AB that provides more security. That provides more security. In this protocol there is four messages. At first A provides a message to server B, and at last B provides session new key that is named K prime AB and new node that is named N prime B. Now we will see the four messages. At first message there is A to B. So the message is sending from A and B is receiving the message. Here A send its nonce to KAB to B, and that is encrypted by shared key KAB, and B accept the message and it also send another message to A. After that A accept the message that is sended by B, and it also send another message to B, and B also accept that message, and at last it send another message that contain our new session key that is named K prime AB and new nonce that is named N prime B. But there are some problem in RPC system. So the RPC system is modified by ban. So what is the problem? At first we will see that in RPC model there RPC model could suffer from a replay attack. It is very harmful for the system. So for solving this problem, Bureau, Avadi and Nidham use their model named as ban. So we'll see. And after modifying the model by ban model, they give four messages, but there is some change. We can see that in previous A send message B by encrypting their shared key named KAB, but here there is no shared key KAB. But and after that B accept the message and send another message to A, and the message is nonce of A and the new session key that is named K prime AB, and at last B send message A that is nonce of B. And now we'll see the comparison. And we know that there are four protocols named RPC, Kerberos, and Nidham, and XSIT. So we'll see the comparison between these all model. So at first we'll see RPC versus Kerberos. So, what is the comparison between RPC and Kerberos? RPC use nonce for removing security problem, but Kerberos use time estimate. So there is on comparison that RPC use nonce and Kerberos use time estimate for removing security problem. And for communication, RPC use nonce, but Kerberos need extra server for generating key distribution center. But so we can understand that RPC system is more unique than Kerberos because they don't need another things to generating key. And after that we will see a comparison between RPC versus Nidham Escobar public key. So the goal of RPC is to distribute extra key, where the goal of Nidham public key is to establish secrets. Moreover, RPC works with shared key, but Nidham Escobar public key works with public key. So public key that can access to any people, so it will be harmful for the system. So we can tell that RPC is more better than Nidham public key. Now we'll see the comparison between RPC versus CCITT X.509. So the goal of CCITT X.509 is only transferring data, while RPC is distributing extra key. So there is one comparison and there is more comparison like RPC used only nonce but CCIT X.509 uses both nonce and clock. So that is the comparison. And now we will see a comparison chart. In previous slide what we see that is the chart from that second message and substitute it. So that is and conclusion. At last we will see the conclusion. So from this system paper we from this paper we understand that the under-secure RPC controls goal is to distribute extra key there and but there is some problem but by modifying the ban logic we can solve this problem. So that's it. Thank you.